Halloween is upon us and it's now crunch time, so this video is going to be all about my Halloween costume as it gets thrown together in just under 2 weeks. And I say thrown together like it's not like I just came up with this idea. I've known what I've wanted to be for a while, and I just have been waiting for things to show up and also waiting for myself to get my act together to order anything to show up. So when it comes to Halloween costumes, I always enjoy making mine. It's like my one piece of clothing that I make a year because I don't like dealing with zippers. I'm not a big fan of sleeves, big things that need gathered. That's why I stick to quilts, but I figure my costumes are gonna be more fun and unique if I make them myself. So this year, like other years, I like to do pop culture costumes. So I am going with another one of those. And this year I am going to be Alexis Rose from Schitt's Creek, or if you ask my dad, it's Excrements Creek. I'm gonna be Alexis this year. Specifically, I'm going to make the dress that she wore for her cabaret audition with her Little Bit Alexis song. So I've got my pattern. I'm going to be using Simplicity 2690, and I'm going to use this dress with a few little alterations. What I'm hopefully going to do is make the skirt a little more flowy and then also add cuffs to the sleeve so it looks more like the dress that she wore in the show. So now I've got to cut out my pattern, then cut out my fabric. I've got to take my measurements because who knows what those are, so I can make sure I cut out the right pattern and get to work. So let me show you my fabric. So here is the crushed stretch velvet that I bought for this dress. And I got a little bit, let's see, even though I'm not sure what size I'm gonna need, I think I still got the biggest yardage. No, I went right in the middle. I hope this is 60 inches wide. I did not look at that. I got 3 yards, so that should be sufficient enough. Whether I have, because I don't think, I'm definitely not a size 6. The thing with these patterns is they're not standard to what you buy at the store, so that's why measurements are going to come in handy. If you've never made clothes before, you learn this the hard way. So we're going to do some measurements. I really only need this upper half measurement, this upper portion, because the dress is flowy, so it's not like it's gonna need my hip or waist measurement. So those will be the biggest size. I think I'm gonna cut those out to be the biggest size on the pattern, if not even a little bit bigger as far as the skirt part. So then it does have a little bit more flow to it versus how this one almost hangs straight. So I'm going to cut out the pattern pieces that I need to the biggest size currently, because that's just how I always cut my patterns. And then from there, I will figure out which pieces I need in what sizes. So let's get some patterns cut out. Well, someone got a little too handsy, and I'm relocating to the kitchen to now get everything cut back out again. So I'll check back in when all the pattern pieces are cut out. Now all my pieces are cut out minus the elastic guide. I didn't feel like I needed to cut that specific piece out of the pattern paper. Trixie's over on her shelf. I think she took the hint that she was getting in my way. And then the other piece I'm gonna need is, this is my pattern from 2 Halloweens ago when I was Janet from The Good Place. And so I think these cuffs on these sleeves will be what I need to make these sleeves have a cuff. I mean, I know the pattern works, but now I need to go get interfacing and elastic because the piece of elastic I have is not big enough for the under the waist part, or not under the waist part, the high waist part, and I don't have any interfacing. So I've got to go get a little bit of that so that I can keep going and then cut that out at the same time that I cut out the pattern pieces, because if I'm going to cut things out once, I might as well just do it all at the same time. So I've relocated out to the living room for this sewing. I wanted a little bit bigger table space and a little bit better light. So we're gonna be in for some pajama sewing tonight and see if I can knock this out because it's Sunday and I need this dress probably by Friday, if not before. So now we're at the point where I'm going to add the cuffs on, which is a little bit different than the pattern itself. The original pattern has you do elastic. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to gather the end of the sleeves, attach it to the cuff, and then get it all sewn together the rest of the way that the pattern says. I think that's what will work. We'll see. So here's where we're at. It's actually not too bad of a fit. This will be interesting to see where this hits once it's all put together, but I've got the sleeve cuffs are on and they're actually a good length. I just need to top stitch that over so this still has to fold in half, but once that's done, it's just attaching the skirt and hemming it, and then we'll see how it all fits with the elastic in. But not too bad, I don't think. here we are. We're at the point where it just needs a hem. Might need to fix this little bit here. Trixie's here to put in her 2 cents. But everything is done. I think it's a good length right now. I'm just gonna do a little hem on it and then get my accessories all done, and then we'll be good to go. So there you have it. That's where we're at so far. What do you think? She just wants to play in the sink. That's all she wants. Huh. So Halloween parties officially start tomorrow, and I'm still finishing things up. My dress is done. I just got to adjust the elastic on the waistband. It's all hemmed and ready to go. My shoes are done. So now I think I'm down to my last crafting bit, and that is my necklace. So I bought this at Goodwill because it was a good sized chain and it was already gold. And I bought these also at Goodwill so I could take one earring apart, spray paint it, which is over here somewhere. Spray paint it gold so then it would coordinate, and then reattach the earring onto the necklace to have that like medallion look. So I'm gonna go take the earring piece off this, which, you know, it already looks like I can just pop it off there. Yep. Just pop that off. Take this outside, spray paint it on one side, let it dry, go run some errands, and flip it over, spray paint the other side. So maybe I'll paint the back side first just to be sure, and then we'll paint the front. Well, it's party day, and now it's time to start getting ready. So I'm gonna go do my makeup, start to tint my hair, and become a little bit Alexis. Okay, so here we are with our end result. Dress is all done. My super fancy gold spray painted necklace is finished. I got these earrings at Claire's. I bought rings, but apparently I left those in the bathroom. And then, so the dress actually fits quite well. It's a little bit tighter in here, style-wise, than the one that she wore in the show, but I mean, it's not too far off. Yeah, so that's what we're looking at. And then I'll show you my over-the-knee boots that I had to create because, one, I'm 5'11", and I know that over-the-knee boots probably aren't actually going to be over the knee on me. And two, this is a Halloween costume, and I didn't want to spend an extreme amount of money on boots that obviously either one, won't fit, or two, are for a Halloween costume. So I'll show you my Amazon purchased pieces to make my over-the-knee boots that did exactly what I needed them to. And yeah, so we had super great fun. It was a fun time. We had a night, went to our friend's house, and hung out with them, played some Jackbox games, and did some Buffalo playing. If you haven't played that card game, it's one that my old roommate Lorian got that I ended up getting for Christmas last year. So super fun. And I'll give you the full view and the little close-ups of the details. So happy Halloween, everybody. A little bit Alexis, still Emily.